All right, this will be a long video, so just a heads up. So grab a snack if you'd like, grab something to drink, and strap on your gamer belts on because this might take a bit. Now, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope regardless of who you are, where you are, what you do, or what you believe in, I hope you are in your happy and safe space. That being said, I am actually self-aware right now that my voice sounds a little different than normal, and it's because I'm sick. I have what they called a cold and a runny nose, and it is what it is. But I thought of filming and uploading this video, which I think I am going to title, I am very grateful for this year, brackets 2024 recap. For two reasons. Number one, it seems that a lot of YouTubers do this, and it's actually a very good video idea, considering that, like I just said, many content creators and many YouTubers do this as a way to reflect on what's happened to them, over the course of this year. And number two, kind of, a little bit of number one's reasons. I think it's actually very introspective and very beautiful and interesting to do exactly that. Look back, on the good things and sometimes maybe even bad, and just, reflect and talk about it. Because, well, today is the 24th of December, which means that there's only 7 days left for 2025 to begin. So yeah, that's crazy. Time is flying. One of the scariest things about growing up and just, having another birthday year by year is the notion that time just runs quicker and each second passes faster than the one before. I know that has nothing to do with why I am grateful for this year specifically, but maybe you are a person who's, past 25 or 30 or 35, and you might, start realizing that time is indeed passing by quicker, and that's kind of scary. Anyways, so 2024 was indeed an amazing year for me specifically. I was bestowed and I was given many things, and many things that I could consider blessings. Yeah, let's talk about them. The first thing that comes to mind as to what could have been a highlight for me this year was the fact that I got LASIK eye surgery. And now, as you can tell, I am not wearing any more glasses, and I am a human being that possesses the Mangekyo Sharingan, which is like the most OP, overpowered Kekkei Genkai in Naruto. And it's only, the only people who possess said ability are people born in the Uchiha clan. So I am a proud member of the Uchiha clan now, kind of like Kakashi is, because he was not born in Uchiha, but he definitely inherited his best friend's eye, and he was in the Uchiha clan. He goes by the name of Obito. So as a person who wore, glasses to see better for 20 years, now that I look back, I think I started wearing eyeglasses approximately when I was like 16 years old. I was still in high school. So 20 years with eyeglasses, and this year around April, I think March or April of this year was when I got the surgery done, and ever since my vision has been 4K, crystal clear, amazing, perfect. And the world is honestly, like, the world's the same. It's not like the world has different properties when you get to see better, but not wearing glasses and being able to see everything so clearly and vividly and perfectly. It's just different. It's literally a different experience. I'm like the type of person who could like look at a tree and just look at the leaves and the tree trunk and how the wood you know, behaves kind of like differently, at least in like a visual aspect. And I could just look at a tree for an hour at the very least, you know, appreciating the beauty of nature. And now with this clear HD perfect vision, I find myself staring at pretty much everything, right? And just marveling at how beautiful things are, regardless if they could be hideous. I could be looking at trash, for example, and I'm like, yo, that pile of trash there looks beautiful, bro. And maybe it's something that people who have gone on this procedure, or yeah, people who have had like laser surgery in their eyes, and just, you know, literally being able to see perfectly without having to wear glasses, has been amazing. So I am really thankful. Honestly, I could say, I know I'm going to contradict myself now, the world is honestly different after I got the surgery than before. And the quality of life that you have with this surgery, aka you know, waking up and not grabbing your glasses first thing, and waking up and just being able to go to the bathroom and just, you know, splash water in your face to, you know, clean your face first thing in the morning without having to take them fuckers off, is honestly a different feeling, bro. It's the quality of life, the stats increase exponentially. It's crazy. And I don't have to, you know, take them off, put them on, take them off, put them on, take them off when I go to sleep, take them off when I do something, take them off when I'm in the computer, take them off when I'm editing, put them on, blah, blah, blah. So honestly, crazy. Not having glasses and getting the LASIK eye surgery, definitely one of the highlights of this year. What else? YouTube. YouTube has, you know, been great to me. Maybe also because I have also been fairly attentive and fairly good towards my channel. The more you're going to see my videos, if you do, the more you will realize I stray off from what is like mainstream in the YouTube space. Like, my editing is very minimal. I'm not here to make a gabillion, jillion, zillion, dillion dollars and release all these ridiculous products that are easy cash grabs. I'm just a guy that talks into a camera, and I steer away from the like hyper-produced type content. Let's say MrBeast, right? I don't have a huge team of people who are helping me. I just have one person. He goes by the name of Nerio, aka Famous One, and he sometimes is my cameraman and my editor, and I go over certain ideas with him. And me and this guy will do many things in the future. And in one point, I think Skitsland is not going to be a channel that is going to be owned by one person. I'm probably going to be the majority owner, but I want to treat my YouTube channel like Luffy's ship, the Going Merry in One Piece, right? So my vision with this channel is to keep things like really authentic, really human, not so cookie cutter and attention retentive oriented and blah blah blah. Like I said, I'm just like a guy with a camera. I record what I'm thinking, I record what I, you know, what I deem funny. That's why I've, you know, I started doing many anime related skits, and maybe 99% to 100% of them are cringe, but at least people get a good laugh from them, and I also have a very good time making and filming them. I like making people laugh, and I also like to entertain people away from whatever demise or suffering they might be currently feeling right now. Because believe it or not, I used to suffer from depression. I might still do, although I think I'm less depressed as time goes by. But when I used to be in my most miserable point where, you know, I thought about endgaming myself a lot, endgaming, committing suicide, partly the people who were responsible for uplifting me are people who I might never know in this lifetime, you know? And a lot of them are YouTubers. Maybe I could give thanks to PewDiePie, Teching 101, a One Piece content creator, Noel Miller, TMG, Cody Co. Kind of sorry about the Cody Co. current allegations, but Cody Co. really, his videos really helped me out. They cheered me up, and so on and so forth. The list goes on. So part of the reason why I like making content is because maybe somebody out there is feeling like I used to, and maybe my video is kind of helping him or her throughout this very difficult time. It's one of the reasons, but I honestly also just like making videos because I just like it. That's the simplest explanation I could also give. When I sit down to write an anime skit, it's like Naruto's talking shit to Sasuke. Honestly, there's not a lot of quantum physics going on, or like very insightful and profound thinking. It's just me coming up with the most degenerate and ridiculous script, and then grabbing a microphone and recording it into Audacity, and then putting the pictures and editing it and just exporting it. Most of my videos are very short. They're very easy to make. Maybe in the beginning, where I did not know how to use an editing software, they were quite challenging, but now I kind of get the hang of it, and I could literally do more than a skit a day if I had the inspiration and the script like done. But sometimes you're not illuminated enough to write. You get a thing called writer's block, and but hey, that's part of the process. That's part of the job. And well, I think this year alone I recorded and uploaded a bunch of videos. I'm not sure what the number is exactly right now, but I had a lot of fun, and I also grew. And I think my goal starting this year was to end the year with 1,000 subscribers, and I reached that milestone. But some people have jumped off ship, and now I think I have somewhere around 997, 998 subscribers. But that's also part of the cycle, I guess. Some people come and then some people go, and it's normal. You know, to keep it real, it's a little bit frustrating, because when you look at your numbers and they start going down, you're like, ah, shit. But there's no reason to really be that frustrated, especially when it's such a normal occurrence. Like, it's not the first time or the last time I will gain or lose subscribers. And at the end of the day, I'm just grateful, bro. I'm grateful for the community that I've built. I love my subscribers. I could at least say that when I'm streaming. I love interacting with people like Mark, like Caleb, Ink Chariot, Strawberry, Moose Yee Yum. There's a bunch, man. Pa J. There's a bunch of people who, yeah, parasocially we know each other, but I've never seen them or interacted with them in real life. But I think I would like to, man. Like, I would love to kick it with my subscribers and just chill, maybe play a game of basketball and get to know them, because I've developed this sort of relationship with them, especially the ones that interact with me the most. I'm playing Chrono Trigger, and probably 9 out of 10 Chrono Trigger streams, the homie Mark is here, and Veg Hester, and they're always kind of guiding me as to what to do next. And I'm a terrible Chrono Trigger player. Like, I'm ridiculously over leveled, and I like taking time to like explore or to get stronger. And these guys are able to sit down and watch me play the game for 2 hours, 3 hours at the longest, and it feels cool. Like, I don't feel lonely. And They always chat to me or talk to me, and I can at least feel that the interactions are genuine, and I for one want the best for Mark. Like, I wouldn't want to find out in the future that this guy had some sort of complication, or he's in the hospital, or he's homeless or whatever. I'd fucking, you know, kind of hitokiri myself, because I've grown to like this homie. Maybe just the same way homie has grown to like me. And bro, I just want blessings for my people. I just want my people to be blessed, to be happy, to have as you know, the things that they want and need to be happy. And yeah, like I said, I'm very lucky. I'm very grateful to be in the position that I'm in, and I'm very grateful to have the subscribers and the people who are supporting me, because, you know, somehow it transcends the internet. Even though that it always stays within the internet or YouTube space. So yeah, I'm very happy with what we've done over the course of this year. Maybe it was a hastily taken decision. Hello, little homie. There's just a little bird that just came here. So maybe it was a rushed and a decision taken by haste and anxiety as to why I decided to pivot and diversify the type of content that I'm making, because nowadays I'm doing whatever the hell I want. You know, if I want to make like an introspective or thoughtful vlog, that's like right now, maybe I record that. If I want to make an anime skit, I do it. If I want to do music and live stream it, I do it. If I don't want to live stream, I just upload the beat with some anime footage. So maybe I took that decision too quickly, and I shouldn't have pivoted into just doing what I wanted. But I'm actually thankful that I did. Maybe numbers wise and metrics wise, I have everything to lose. But you guys have to remember that a human being is somewhat like an onion, and onions have many layers to them, right? And I'm not just an anime person so much as you are also not a person that only likes football or soccer, for example. So there are many things that a person likes, dislikes, and there are many things that form the very fabric of your identity and being. And I read in vidIQ or in some of these like YouTube, how to YouTube guides, that you should stick to one specific type of content until you reach a certain threshold, maybe 10K subscribers or something like that. And I pivoted before I even reached like 500 or something. And yeah, I actually enjoy doing everything, because this is ultimately, this YouTube channel, Skitsland, is a reflection, a very authentic reflection of who I am as a person. The guy that is speaking into this camera right now is not different than the guy who, you know, hits the stop recording button and then goes off to, you know, his house to edit and upload this YouTube video. I am very much one and the same person. Maybe I used to hide behind a persona, and I get to exercise that when I do my skits, right? I get to pretend I'm either like a villain or a hero or just a dumb person in general. But I actually want this this space to be as reflective of me and as genuine as it can be, because I know there are many reasons as to why I do this. Maybe I'll get into that, but I'm seeing the timer here, 19:20. Jesus. So yeah, to wrap this part of the video up, I'm just very grateful for the year that I've had with YouTube. I'm very grateful for my output, and I'm also very grateful for the people who've come on board and the people who support me on a day-to-day basis, or whenever you guys see my videos, my live streams and such. It's part of the reason why you keep doing this. I guess you have this like feedback loop of, I upload a video, people like it, they show that they like it via, you know, a comment, a like, or keep doing it or whatever. And obviously that feeds the process. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it feeds it more than I estimated. But I also enjoy making videos because I do. I don't really have to explain myself. It's just something that I like doing. So I'm very grateful for the YouTube aspect this year, 2024, has given me. Now, number 3. You know, reason number 3 as to why I am very thankful and grateful for this year. Maybe you guys know, maybe you guys don't. I'm leaning more into the fact that you guys don't. But I like reading. Yeah, I like reading, and not just manga. I like reading novels, books, and any other sort of, you know, content, literary content. And there was this girl who just made a 360 non-interrupt the video here. I'm thankful for her. Thank you, man. Now, judging by the amounts of books I read last year, you wouldn't believe that I, you know, enjoy reading. Because last year, I think 2023, I only read like 1 book. But this year, I can say that I have at least read 1 book or 2 books. And that is, I have it right here. It is the Bible. Yep, folks. Maybe some of you are having an anticlimactic moment right now, or maybe there's like a nuclear bomb falling somewhere. But this Bible was given to me on my birthday by Mrs. Skits. And before this one, I had a different copy of the New Testament. And this is a Old Testament, New Testament, and Psalms. And yeah, the thing I might be most grateful for is that I have been developing a connection with God spiritually. I wouldn't really consider myself religious at all. But I would consider myself a very spiritual person. And this year, I have made it my primary goal, and maybe this will be like this for the rest of my life, to get as close humanly possible to God as I can. And this all started because my older sister was she started to watch The Chosen, which is a Mormon produced series, television series, that depicts the ministry of Jesus and you know, the spread of the gospel. And I think right now The Chosen has about 4 to 5 seasons, which I've watched 2 or 3. And you know, I started to get curious, and I started wanting to have a relationship with the most divine being, the holiest of beings, you know, God and his son Jesus Christ. And it's been a very interesting ride, getting closer and closer and closer to God, and just finding out how to be a good person, or how to be a person that is as close to Jesus Christ as possible. And yeah, this journey has been very interesting. I used to consider myself an agnostic, maybe, or not an agnostic person, but I was more leaning into the sciences rather than the spirit. But I would never deny the idea that a God could or could not exist. To me, that was something like very indifferent in my life. But once I started watching The Chosen, and once I started, you know, going deeper and deeper into this rabbit hole, I started to, you know, change. Because one of the things that you have to kind of do is to reprogram yourself. And I had to do a lot of things. And let's say in Christian language, I was sinning a lot. And I was not okay with sinning. And I was not okay upon learning things and being a certain way. I needed to change. You know, and let's say that I had one of the things that I struggled with the most was pornography. And if I had never gone in this journey, right? If I never started going on the path of getting closer to God and to Christ, I probably would have never stopped watching porn or feeling a certain negative way about it. And don't get me wrong, like, I still do a lot of things and I sin every day, or at least I think so. Let's say that I also have very difficulty with the language that I speak. Maybe sometimes I use a lot of curse words or just jargon that, you know, somebody like God or Jesus wouldn't want, and among many others. I'm not a perfect Christian. I'm not a perfect person. I do admit I fall very frequently, but I think in retrospect to when I began, I am a way different person. So I could say that I'm free of pornography. I haven't had a sip of alcohol for the longest time, and I don't need it. I stopped smoking, and I am doing drugs less and less and less and less, and I'm steering away from that which they sometimes call sorcery. I'm being as honest as I can. I'm being as loving as I can, as understanding as I can. And yeah, it's been I did a water gun to the GoPro. It's been an interesting ride and a very life-changing ride. Before, I never used to go to bed thinking about God, and much less waking up and thinking about God, but now I do. He's like the main character in my life. And it's funny that, you know, I might be alone right now, you know, physically speaking, and I don't have a friend, or I don't have Mrs. Skits, and I'm leaning more and more into spending more time by myself. But it's funny to think that I'm not by myself. I always have, like, God with me. And if I forget, that's why I have this cross. I mean, this can serve as an outsider looking at it and be like, oh, this guy's a Christian, or this guy likes Jesus. But it also serves me, because I can look down and I can grab this like this, and I'm like, yeah, the homie is with me. God is always with me, as God is always with you, even if you don't believe in him. I can't explain how this works, but yeah. So I don't feel lonely, because homie's always with me, and he always demands my best. You know, he demands that I am 100% love, and I think it's beautiful. The Bible has also been a very interesting book to read. I first read the New Testament, and I'm now very close, or I don't know how close I am to finishing the Old Testament. But the Bible's amazing. And if you're not a person who wants to believe in things that, you know, from the outside looking in, they might seem, you know, unheard of. Like, let's say Jesus walks on water, or Jesus revives somebody from the dead, or in the Old Testament, God literally, like, opened a hole to banish some people who had offended him. And he split also the Red Sea, so that the Jews could, you know, safely pass through. And I don't know what army or what was it, the Egyptians? Yeah. So God does, and Jesus does amazing things. You know, in this world we call them miracles. In another world, I guess you could call them Naruto techniques, right? Or like anime techniques or fictional techniques. Maybe you're a person that denies that. I don't know. But the Bible, in a metaphorical sense, is also an amazing book. Any book or any class or any video or any movie or any song that advocates the language of love is good, is amazing, because that is what we need. Love. Yes, you might need money, you might need clothes, you might need friends, but above all else, what drives a person the most is love. And it's something that you can't quantify. You know, it's something that exceeds a numerical value. You can't add a number to love. You know, oh, my girlfriend loves me a lot. She loves me 326 out of what exactly, you know? And we are in a world, I know this. We are in a world that is trying to distract you from that truth. You know, social media is definitely, it has an evil agenda, you know? And the agenda is also trying to distort the perception of what a human being wants inherently. I could give you two personal examples, right? Number one, when I log in Instagram, or when you log in Instagram, you have maybe two types of accounts that you are following or looking into. Number one, the people that you know in real life, maybe your high school friends, your college friends, your workplace friends. And then you are following also celebrities, right? Maybe your favorite actor, your favorite band, your favorite rapper, your favorite soccer player, your favorite YouTuber. And regardless of if you're analyzing one or two, on the people that you know physically and you know in real life versus the people that you don't, but you look up to, celebrities and whatnot, you're always going to fall in comparison with them, all right? And you're gonna, if Cristiano Ronaldo is your favorite human being, if you idolize him more than your mom or something, you're going to eventually see Cristiano Ronaldo in a yacht, right? Or in a luxurious plane. And maybe you're going to be happy for dude because, you know, you love him to death. But deep down, you're going to be like, God, bro, I wish I had that plane, right? I wish I was there. And you're going to feel like a parasite or like a cockroach. You're going to start feeling insignificant. And it hurts even more when it's not celebrities, when it's happening like this. It hurts more when it's people that you know. Maybe, I don't know, you went to high school and you know, everybody kind of graduates the same or on the same level. But maybe, you know, 2 years, this guy won the lottery, for example. And you took many bad decisions and you ended up having less from what you graduated. And then you have to see this person, you know, in his beautiful mansion, in his beautiful car, with things that you might never in your life have. And you're always going to be like, whoa, man, against this guy or this girl, my life freaking sucks. All right. So social media destroys this. And let's now use a MrBeast. You know, I was talking to this, or I always talk about this to my content creator homies. And as time passes, we can agree more that the MrBeastification of YouTube has been a detriment to society, right? Why? When you have videos like the $1 car versus the $500,000 car, and you start escalating, right? Like the dollar car versus the $10 car versus the $100 car versus the $100,000 car versus the $1 million car. Every kid who is watching that, and the target audience for MrBeast is children, the second that they, you know, realize what car they have on the list, then they're gonna be like, yo, Dad, we have a $1,000 car, right? Because we have a Honda. Why aren't you like MrBeast? And, you know, what the hell going on? And it's like, what the? So people are having this skewed perception of the worth of things, you know, because you're constantly, like, the themes of these videos are like that. Like the cheapest hotel versus the most expensive hotel. The cheapest boat versus the most expensive boat. Blah, 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 blah. So this guy is making children, you know, I don't want to say more demonic, bro, but there is a flaw, a very evident flaw in the perception of things, and in how these things mean something or are worth something. And now everything has pivoted, or the mainstream YouTube has pivoted into being something very materialistic, right? I'm even seeing videos in the algorithm like, I'm 23 years old and I just bought a Lambo and I'm going on vacation with my rich friends. Like, bruh, what? And if you don't believe me, just try and type this in the YouTube search bar and see for yourself. And yeah, money, I mean, I'm not going to say money is good or bad. Money is necessary. But when we are born, we're born naked into the world. And when we die, we're not going to take anything that we own to wherever it is that we end up. I know I'm going to go to heaven, baby. But maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to question your beliefs or where it is that you think you're going to end up after your lifetime expires. We're not going to have that discussion here. But yeah, you're not going to take your mansion. You're not going to take your Bugatti. You're not going to take your Grammys. You're not going to take your trophies. You're not going to take all the money that you have deposited in the bank account. That's going to stay there. Unless the bank decides to do something with it, or somebody who has access to your bank account, you know, wants to do something. You don't take anything. You don't take anything material, at the very least. And yeah, we are spiritual beings in what seems to be a material world, but this world is also spiritual. And believe me, I don't know how to explain myself either, but the more spiritual you are, and the more connected you are to the spiritual version of yourself, the happier you will be. And material things start becoming secondary to a point that they don't mean much in your life. It's just one thing. I kind of went on a rant, huh? Did I? But yeah. So, discovering God and wanting to get closer to Him, and being familiar with this book or books, and being more in tune and in line with the spiritual version of myself. Yeah, that is the thing that I am most grateful for. God is the man, the with, you know, caps and underlined. And getting to know Him and getting to know His story also helped me. And things I can't literally quantify. And I'm only grateful for that. I have to, you know, send kudos and, you know, props to Mrs. Skits, my girlfriend, and my soon-to-be wife, hopefully, because she also facilitated you know, instruments for me to be able to pursue this more and more and more. So thank you, Mrs. Skits. I love you. And without you, I wouldn't have this book. Without you, I wouldn't, you know, probably do a gillion things. So, and yeah, we could also segue into what else am I grateful for? Family, mom, my sister, my brother, my two brothers. Thank you. And my dad as well, if you ever get to watch this. Thank you, man. I was gonna say something like, you know, maybe we don't agree on most things, but I still love you type thing. But nah, bro. Just thanks, man. I'm very lucky to be born in the family that I was born into. I love my mom. I love my dad. I love my brother. I love my sister. I love my younger brother. My younger sister too. Mrs. Skits. You know, I think she is the one for me to start a castle and a children factory. They're all going to start becoming soldiers at one point. 6 years, and they're going to learn how to shoot guns. And yeah, I think I already met the person who I want to spend the rest of my life with. And I'm very grateful, bro. You know, I'm very lucky to have her in my life, my family, my friends. Last video, I think it was called something like, I'm gonna go to Barcelona for 3 days. I went to visit one homie for 3 days, was awesome. And then immediately after, I came back to Madrid, and then my best friend came to visit. So I hadn't seen this dude in like 6 to 7 years. And it was good, man. It was nice to give him a hug. It was nice to talk to him, to spend time with him. And I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful for this too. Now that we're talking about homies, what is going on? Yeah, the mark right there. Wilfrido, thank you, man. Wilfrido is not only an amazing guy in my life, a good friend, but he's also a gateway to things that I don't know yet, primarily Berserk. Thanks to him, I know what Berserk is. I fell in love with the story, and I'm grateful for him. Famous One, my good guy, Nelia, grateful for him. David, you know, Pedro, you know, who else? There are many guys. Yeah, I'm grateful for my friends, and I might not have spent as much time with them as I would have liked, but hey, man, you know, the older you get, the more in your own, you know, in your own story, the more absorbed and the more concentrated you are. And you know, you don't get to see your friends that much, but if they're there and you consider them friends, they will be there. They'll show you, you know. Cultivating friendships and maintaining them is a bit of work, but it's good work. And I think I would rather have a life where I have the friends that I have right now than a life where I'm just in complete solitude. So yeah, I'm thankful for the peeps. What else, man? I'm thankful for the fact that I'm alive right now, right this second. I started exercising this year again, and I started running again. And yeah, running is amazing. It's beautiful. Exercising is good too. I started spending a lot of time with Mother Nature. I'm going to parks a lot. And yeah, I think I'm more disconnected from the mundane and from the earthly things. And I try to connect myself more with like the real meaning of existence. And just trying to be the best version of myself that I can. trying to follow the footsteps of Jesus Christ and God. I try to be a person that they like, even though I know I'm not. But yeah, I'm grateful. Nature is amazing. The more time you spend with it, I don't know, the more at peace it seems that I am or you are. Just like breathing this fresh air and feeling the sun beam on me. This feels great. And you watch little birds, and you watch flowers, and you watch, it's just amazing, man. And yeah, when I was you know, thinking to myself as to how I was going to approach this video, you know, I had Jake Paul and Logan Paul in my mind, because those two plebs, they do a yearly recap, and it's titled like, why 2022 was the best year of my life. And do it every year, I think, or they used to. And I could safely title this video, why 2024 was the best year of my life. Because I think it has been. I'm not here to argue otherwise, really. So yeah, I am very, very thankful. Also want to shout out to Mr. Ryan Robinson. Ryan, bro, you're killing it in the tubes. And the reason why you're killing it so much in the tubes is because you are an impeccable human being, a being full of light. And I'm glad I also, you know, stumbled on your video and then on your YouTube channel. And yeah, man, I think you taught me a lot of things, or you reminded me of things that I had forgotten once long ago. And it's just fresh to see. It's very happy. It's very cool to see such a wonderful young guy and a person with so much wisdom, you know, soaring newer and newer and unforeseen heights. This guy is like my new MrBeast, in the sense that I'm looking at his metrics, and at one point he was like at 20K, and I was like, yeah, bro. And then I saw 30K, I was like, God bless. Hopefully Ryan gets to wherever he wants to get with his YouTube channel. If 1 million subs is what this guy wants, give it to him, God. He deserves it. And he's also helping out a lot of people. He wouldn't have the platform he has if he wouldn't be, you know, parasocially helping out so many people. So thank you, Ryan, man. We'll never be able to express with words only how grateful it is, or how grateful I am to have stumbled on your video and YouTube channel. And yeah, man, you know, 2024 could easily be the best year of my life. So with that being said, this is Skits Out. I'm not sure if this is going to be the last video of the year, at least like long form. I'm not sure. Next Sunday, though, I will stream. This Sunday, sorry. And I'm also going to add subtitles to this video. Let me know if you enjoy the subtitles, and if you don't, okay. I'm trying to get as much feedback from my community, because I mean, I obviously love doing what I like doing, but I consider your input and your feedback as much, because I also want to cater my videos more to your liking than to your disliking. So this might be the last long form video of the year. I'm grateful that you took the time. I'm looking at the time right now, 49 minutes and 40 something seconds. Yikes. If you have a TikTok brain or your attention span is that of a ant, this video is not for you. But if you made it this far, thank you. And remember that I'm also grateful for you, especially more if you're subscribed. I'm grateful for you to taking the time to watch this very long video. And yeah, I just hope that you are in your happy and safe place. I hope you enjoy the holidays. If celebrating Christmas is your thing, it's personally not mine, but my family celebrates it, so I guess I can celebrate them with them, you know. But you at the other end of the screen, you that I might not know ever, but you who is also as human as I am, be happy and do things that will make you happier. That's the creed that you should go with. And also, you know, just try to be a good person. It's actually pretty easy. There's 10 commandments somewhere here. I actually don't have the piece of paper, right? But if you follow the 10 commandments, it's like a guidebook of how to be a good person. Don't kill, don't steal, don't blaspheme, love your mom and your dad, honor them, don't envy, don't covet, don't lie. You know, things that when you analyze them from like a common sense perspective, you know, they're not that hard to fulfill. And it's just like an easy rule book as to how to be a good person. I say easy, I'm also kind of underestimating it because, believe me, I'm struggling with some things. And I struggled with a lot of them in the past. I know it's not easy. Maybe I made it seem easy. It's not really. But there are certainly things that are harder to like fulfill, I guess. So yeah, I just want you to be happy, and I just want you to have a clean conscience and to give it your all. You know, this life that we see, that we have, these hands, this hair, this face, is going to disappear. Meaning YOLO, meaning you only live once. So make the best out of this playthrough you have. You know, enjoy it. You know, and also enjoy the hardships, because if they weren't there, then you wouldn't be the person who you are today. So take a second, you know, or a minute or an hour, and just reflect and look back, and maybe look forward to the things that you have to do, or the things that you need to do to be a better person, or to be a happier person, or to be a more loving person, a more understanding person. Oh, yo, I gotta shout out Mark the Messenger too. Mark, your YouTube videos are amazing. Your tips and tricks videos onto, like, you know, how to be a better person, or the videos like seven things you'll know if you have a demon in your life. And the whole format of your videos, it's just you with a blackboard, just talking into a camera. I love it, man. And you've helped me out so much too. So Mark the Messenger, thank you, bro. I don't want to extend myself that longer. I know this is like 2 anime episodes plus in length, and I'm sorry to everybody with a short attention span. But stay safe, stay happy, stay hydrated, be you, love yourself. Spend time with nature, and yeah, I hope this year has been good to you, and I hope next year is even more amazing. And with that being said, this is Skits of Skitsland out, and I will see you in the next YouTube video or live stream. Peace.